Honor Your Prophet campaign. Now, in Mark chapter 6, we see it says, Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country. And he could there not do many mighty works, except lay his hands on a few sick folk and heal them. Amen. Hosea chapter 12 and verse 13, by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. Amen. Honor your prophet, and you will see miracles that you have never seen before. Now, today I want to you to notice just one thing about this honor your prophet. All right. You see, the difference between a pastor and a prophet, one of the differences, not really a difference, but maybe it could be a difference, but shouldn't really be a difference. Do you see? Are you there? This is very important. This is very important. I don't know if you are listening to me, or I should share this with the Bible school. I'm going to the Bible school to share these things with them. You see, there is something people don't realize that a prophet brings to your life. And that is, a prophet brings life. Life. You see, where he is speaking the word of the Lord. Because the difference between a prophet and a pastor is that a prophet is sort of assumed that he's speaking the word of the Lord, whereas the pastor is like speaking many things which may be the word of the Lord. Yes. So it's like when the prophet speaks, it's all, that was a word from the Lord. Do you see? So one of the differences is like in Philippians chapter 2 and verse 16. What does it say in Philippians 2:16? Holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Christ. You see, there is a word that when it comes from the Lord, it brings you life. So if you receive your pastor also as a prophet, which is what is it that is the prophet is bringing? Is bringing you something that is like it's alive, and it's going to bring life into you. Yes, that is the main thing. Yes, so that's why people are more attracted to prophets than pastors. It's like, oh, the prophet, he has a word. He's hearing from God live. And he's speaking. When he hears, then he speaks like he's giving you hot food. The pastor's food is like it has been in the fridge. I mean, last week they froze it and then they remixed it and then they brought it. But the prophet is live. He gets it and then he hears. Yes. So, what I want you to believe is that a word which brings life to your life is a prophetic word. Yes. It's a word of life. Yeah. There are times I've received a word from the Lord. I just get up, I become alive. I can't sit down anymore. I say, wow, 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 wow. Because I've received a word of life. In 1 John chapter 1 and verse 1, 1 John chapter 1 and verse 1, Notice, it says that which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked on, and our hands have handled, of the word of life. It's a life-giving word. Then you've heard from God. Then it brings you alive. So when a prophet comes and says, shabby shepherding must go, you see, that in itself can bring life to an entire church. Yes, because it's a word from the Lord. So if you receive me as a prophet, what I am saying now, I may not have called out your name or your number, but if you receive the shabby shepherding must go, then it will become a word that brings life. And remember what Jesus said in Matthew chapter 4, Luke 4, and so on. He said, man shall not live by bread alone, or life does not come to you only from food, but life comes to you from a word. A word. Life does not come to you only from food, but life comes to you from a word. Life comes to you from, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word. So a word from God, proceeding from the mouth of God, brings life. That's why sometimes it's called the word of life. It's just called the word of life, because it's a life that makes you come alive. When the Lord also showed me, tell the people, teach the people to honor you as a prophet. I teach it boldly because I see that people are not blessed when they don't receive the word as a word that is bringing life, from a word that proceeds from the mouth of God. When they don't see it that way, it doesn't give them life. They just hear, oh, okay, we've heard. Oh, it's one of those things. Somebody will say, so what's the secret of your church growth and so on? Then a pastor standing next to him told him, the man has written everything that he is doing. Oh, he has written everything, all the things he has. There's nothing secret. He has written it, and he says in that book, Mega Church. About 10 years ago, I was standing, the two pastors were talking. He said that book, Mega Church, he has written all his secrets there. But you see, they look at the book and they don't believe, they don't honor it as a word from the prophet. But if you take a book and you honor it, you honor the book as a word from God that's proceeding from God, it will make you come alive. The church which came alive is the church which believed that except a man is born again, he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. The Orthodox churches, they also believe it, but it is not alive in them. And therefore, they have not enjoyed some of the life we have enjoyed in the charismatic church. Anybody, any of you guys who honors me as a prophet, you see, one of the ways you honor is you pay attention to what the person is saying. That's why if the president comes, everybody will be quiet. If the president came, everybody will pay attention. That's the respect we give to the president. But if maybe Josie went up on stage, people may still be talking around and so on and all that. But if the president was to come and say, the respect levels will go even higher. And the respect makes you pay attention. So if you honor me as a prophet, you pay attention to a comment, to a word, to a teaching, to something. You pay attention and take it as a prophet who is speaking. You start to see power in your life. Yes, you start to see power in your life. You start to see power in your life. That's why when the church follows the shabby shepherd, it is a prophetic word. That whole book is a prophetic book from beginning to end. Yeah, this is prophetic. YouTube ministry, seeing and hearing campaign. This is a prophet. It's like it's going to bring life. It's the word of life that proceeded from the word of God. And man does not live. You don't get life only from eating. You get life from hearing the word of God, following the word of God. but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. So, when a prophet speaks, people come alive because they believe it's proceeding directly from God, fresh. Yes. So I've preached to a lot of people who don't believe that what I'm saying is coming fresh from God. Yeah. So they did not enjoy a lot of the miracle power. Because Jesus said he could not do anything there because they did not honor him. And he himself spoke and said that where a prophet is not honored, there's nothing. It's only where he's honored that things work. Yeah. So if you honor me as I'm speaking now, you honor me with that attention. And you say, this is a prophet speaking. God is speaking. He's speaking a word. It will be a word of life to you. You will see how life will come into your ministry. Yes. When God said to me, give thyself wholly, from my quiet time, I believed that it was a scripture. And I took it as a prophetic word. Give yourself wholly. I called my driver and my manager. I said, come and park the truck at airport. Yes, the word has come. What brought life? Look at me, I'm on my way to Argentina. You know Argentina? Where Messi is from. That's where I'm going. Not for soccer, but for other reasons. Yes. Where Exeter corned beef is from. That's where I'm going.
It's too nice. It's too nice.
Huh?
It's too nice.
Yes.
Too nice. Wow. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because he said, give yourself wholly. Your profiting will appear to all. I don't even, where I'm even going in Argentina, far away, if my profiting, I don't know who they are. I don't know why they have invited me. My profiting has appeared as far as that corner. And Argentina is not in the middle of, what do you call it? It's down. When you are going to the Arctic Circle, that's where you go. And Antarctica, that's where you go. Profiting has appeared as far as Argentina. Eh? What do you think? I wish you also get a word that will bring you alive. Oh. That will bring you alive. When you get such a word. Yeah. So you see, you have to take, when you listen to me talking to you, preaching, commenting, saying something, when you start taking it and start honoring it in a certain way, you will see that it will bring some new life to your life. Yeah. But if you don't take it with honor, it doesn't bring you that new life or that special life. You sort of remain down. Yeah. That's why I say it's the word of life, which means it's the word which has the potential to bring new life to you. Yes. It's a word that has the potential to bring new life to you, to your life. What I'm sharing has the potential to bring new life to the first life. All the balconies will be filled. The floors, they'll all be filled with people. The cars is filled, whatever. The cars will be spread to wherever. The whole world will all appear there. Practically, it's a life-giving word. If you receive what I'm saying, not just as a pastor, but as a prophet, then it will be a word that will bring you life. That's when it's a word of. It's always called the word of life, but people read it and they sleep. It's a word of sleep, even you can call it a word of sleep, word of death. Do you see? But for somebody, it is a word. It's a word. It's a word. It's a word of life. It's a word of life. I've spoken many words of life already this evening. I don't know if you have ears to hear, but I've spoken many words of life. Oh yes. Oh yes. So try to listen, decipher. Sometimes in the message, then there's a word of life right there. When your spirit is moved, like a prophet speaking, you say, that says the Lord. I will not say that says the Lord. I rarely say that says the Lord. It's very uncommon. If you are waiting for that says the Lord, you will be waiting for forever. Somebody was getting married. I told her, be happy.
Okay.
Be happy. But I didn't say, that says that I'm seeing something in the spirit. I'm seeing something in the spirit. Lift up that worship song right now because I feel something in the spirit. All that I said was, be happy.
That was a word of life.
That's a word of life right there. If that, but it will not be a word of life, it may be a word of sleep or a word to ignore. If you don't honor me as a prophet, that word that is not likely to bring a new life to you. To just be a word of suggestion. Word of suggestion. So, honor your prophet. Honor. Honor. More words of life will come to you. Your prophet may put his hand on somebody's shoulder and say, she's a good girl. That may be, you see, but it may go, shut up, Lobo, shut up. I'm seeing two things. One, good. And the second thing I'm seeing is girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Or you may come to church and hear a message, 7 types of women you should not marry. If you receive it as a prophet, that this one God, you see, listen, Jesus himself stood up, read Isaiah 60. It's 61. 61. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. And he said, that's it. That's it. It's happened. It's happened. And people were angry. He had to run away.
That's it.
If you take it as what it is, it's the beginning of ministry. It's everything. That's why I'm hearing certain things, because the Lord told me to hear. And I'm seeing certain things because the Lord told me to see. If I can believe that he's telling me, then I'm seeing and I'm hearing. Yeah. If the Lord tells you something and it's a word from him, I promise you it brings you a new life. It has brought me a new. Look at my life now. Look at my life. By now I'm retiring from Kolebu this year. I'll be on retirement. This is my year of retirement. Charlie. It's over. It's already over. There's a retirement.
Wow.
Snit will be writing to me to tell me that I've retired from Kolebu Hospital, this and that. Here is your retirement. 4,000 CDs or whatever. You serve your nation. Move out of your flat. Wow. But what did I hear from him? I read it, but to me it was a word of life. It was a prophetic word. I honored it, and it became a word of life. Man does not have life by eating bread alone, but he has life from the word, every word that proceeded from the mouth of God. The written ones and the spoken ones. Every word. Every word will make you come alive. I come alive in your presence. Where's Keziah? I come alive in your presence. There's a song like that. Is there not a song like that? Come this way. There's nobody to play, right? Oh, yes. Coming alive. Everybody say, I'm coming alive. I'm coming alive. Because it's a word of life. Yes, a word of life makes you come alive. You become happy, you become excited. You start moving, you start moving, you start moving. You start saying, wow, 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 wow. I come alive in your presence. Wow. Ish. Word of life says that which we have handled. The word of life that brought us a new life. We were fishermen. We were fishermen and we have a new life. Paul said, the life I now live, I live by the faith of the Son of God. The life I now live, the life I've received from a word of life. When Jesus struck him down, he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. That was it. That was enough for him. It was a word of life. I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. I will show you how much you must suffer for my name. That's the word of life for him. Who art thou? I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Wow. I come alive. Sing that part for me. Which part says I come alive?
I come alive in your presence.
Oh, yeah.
I'm charged up in your glory.
Okay.
I can't get enough of you.
All right.
I can't get enough of your presence. Once I am in your presence, I don't wanna leave your awesome presence. Oh Lord, you are drawing me. You are drawing me to you.
Oh, yes.
You are pulling me.
You're pulling me. You're pulling me.
Closer and closer, Jesus. I can't get enough of you.
Oh, yes.
I can't get enough of your presence. Once I am in your presence, I don't wanna leave your awesome presence.
Wow. Are you more alive as you are hearing the word of the Lord? How many can see that it's a word that is bringing life? It's a life-giving word. Yes. And if you are a pastor, you have a church, a center, anything, you see that it's a word that is bringing life into all those things. Yes. I can't get enough of your presence. I come alive. Sing that part again.
I come alive in your presence. I am charged up in your glory. I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of your presence. Once I am in your presence, I don't wanna leave your awesome presence.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. Are you tired of singing? Is there a problem? Is there a problem? Come alive in his presence. Come on, start singing from the top.
The word makes me alive, so empty and so sinful, but I come alive in your presence. I am charged up in your glory. I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of your presence. Once I am in your presence, I don't wanna leave your awesome presence. The world makes me dry, so empty and so sinful, but I come alive in your presence. I am charged up in your glory. I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of your presence. Once I am in your presence, I don't wanna leave your awesome presence.
Wow.